Hello guys, welcome back to Scholarship Forum. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment and share. So today, as you can see, we will talk about the DAAD scholarship, which is funded by the German government for graduate studies for masters and PhD as well. So without wasting my time, let's just dive into the program. So this is the scholarship requirements. As you can see, this is the website. I will also provide the website on my YouTube channel description button, where you can able to access the procedures and the application form as well. So in order to apply for this program, you have to be eligible in one of those nationalities that will be provided here. As you can see here, it says graduates with at least 2 years professional experience from the foreign countries are eligible. So I am just going to open this, then you see which country are eligible or which nationality you fall in. So it says list of developing countries according to the Development Assistance Community, that is the DAC of the OECD, supported in the program's development related postgraduate courses. So I'm just gonna get this thing a bit. You see which country are eligible here. So as you can see, one of these countries, if you're among or one of these countries, then it means your country is eligible. As you can see, sub-Saharan, all these countries are categorized. You have Africa, you have North Africa, you have sub-Saharan. The sub-Saharan, it covers from Angola to Senegal here, and also to this country as well. So when you talked about America, North and Central America, you have Belize, Costa Rica, and Nicaragua, and Panama, all this, and the Grenadines. So South America up to Venezuela to Argentina. So it goes on like that. So I will provide this thing on my YouTube description, then you may check it out here. So you just have to go back to the application here. Here, if you check here, these are the procedures, as you can see. So we've talked about the list of countries which are eligible, but here it says what can be funded: individual scholarship exclusively for postgraduate courses in Germany that are listed on the list of all postgraduate with deadlines. So here I'm just gonna click on this thing. There are a lot of PDF in this website. So here, I just have to check in this thing a bit. So take note. Take note very well when you're applying. You have to be very vigilant of what you are applying. So here, intake every 2 years. Next intake, that's 2024. So as the HTW via Berlin, this is the institution. Language of instruction is English, and degree is Masters of Arts. Duration without German language, 17 months. So take note. So if you're applying, you have to apply right now. So, and the medium of instruction is English, so be careful of that. If you choose anything that is German taught, that it means you have to provide a German certificate. So I advise you that I will provide this PDF file, and you check it out and see which university that suits you the best. So yeah, so the duration of the funding is 12 to 42 months. So that is 1 year to 42 months, depending on your study programs. So yeah, also these are the value depending on academic level. Monthly payments of 861 euros for graduates, 1,200 euros for postdoctoral programs, that is for PhD candidates. Payments towards health insurance, accident and personal liability insurance, it is covered by the DAAD committee, scholarship committee. It has a travel allowance unless these expenses are covered by the home country or another source of funding. Under certain circumstances, scholarship holders may receive following additional benefits: monthly rent subsidy, monthly allowance for accompanying members of family. If you have a family member who is going to accompany your spouse or child or whatsoever, then you have an additional allowance in order to offset your financial issues. So the selection procedures are: candidates fulfill the necessary academic requirements can be expected to successfully complete a study program in Germany, above average result for first academic exam, top performance, third language skills. Candidates have a bachelor's degree, usually a 4-year course in an appropriate subject. candidates have at least 2 years professional experience. So it's like if you have what we call a gap, you did your bachelor's, like you finished your bachelor's in 2015, and from 2015 to 2017, that's 2 years, if I am right. So that means if you're working within that duration, it means you are eligible to apply for the scholarship. Education is important, but professionalism, they go together. So take note of that. Yeah, candidates can prove their motivations is development related and be expected to take on social responsibility and initiate and support processes of change in their personal and professional environment after their training scholarships. So you should have possess these qualities upon the completion of your programs when you wish to go back to your home country. And as you can see, this is a link. This is a post brochure for the 2023-2024. You can check it out for further information. But for the meantime, we will talk about the application requirements and the procedures as well. This was just an overview. So the application requirements. So it says, please select your status and your country of origin to enable you to submit an application. So in my case, I am from Gambia. So I am a Gambian citizen. So let me just check GAMBIA. As you can see, Gambia is in the list. So I have selected. If you're from Ghana, just write the same. Yeah. So it says, please select. So let's assume I'm applying for a graduate program. It's either master's or PhD, but let me just say I'm applying for master's. So let's say it gives us another button which says that show application requirements. So this one, I'm just gonna click on this. So when I click on this thing, it opens another list of information which are available here. You see, the typical scholarship holder works either for a public authority or a private company in a developing country as such, engage in planning and execution of directives and projects with emphasis on development policies, having a bearing on technical, economic or social areas. You should hold a bachelor's degree, normally 4 years, in a related subject. Has completed an academic degree with far above average result, upper third, and at least 2 years of related professional experience. So yeah, it is very important. It's clearly spelled out. So if you have a bachelor's degree, it's not a problem, but you should have at least 2 years of professional experience, otherwise a work experience, because that should be in your CV or curriculum vitae. Take note of that. His or her academics should normally not be more than 6 years. So if you graduated like 2017 or 2015, so you have a professional career of 2 years, that's normal. That is not more than 6 years. So take note of that. Applicants who have resided in Germany for longer than 15 months at the application deadline cannot be considered. So if you're out of Germany, you don't need to worry yourself. Language skills. For study courses in German, scholarships include a preparatory 6 months German language in German. Successfully passing of the language examination, which is DSH2 or Test DAAD before the start of the program, there is a minimum German language of B1. That is the language proficiency. Application is a requirement that needs to be proved by providing a current certificate. Note, it is not possible to pass the required German language course without any previous knowledge in German language at least B1, even with preceding 6 months intensive course in German. Passing the language test is a formal prerequisite for matriculations at the respective German university you are applying to. Take note of that. For courses in English, you have to have a bandwidth or a band of 6 in IELTS, certificate or TOEFL minimum score. So this is correct. You have a score here and also a certificate. If your institution issued you a certificate that you were taught in English, then there's not a problem, because you're from an English-speaking country. You don't need such exams to be admitted to a specific university. But the university reserves the rights to, for you to sit for an examination. So that is under the discretion of the universities. Some courses may expect a different level. For detailed information, see the relevant courses and the description here. So this is a link. I will provide it. There's a PDF and there's a printable file as well, so take note of that. So here we have requirements, we have application procedures. So when we click on these, it takes us somewhere else like this. So all these things are accessible, but for the meantime we just have to proceed to the procedures here. So these are the procedures. Take note, when I was checking on the requirements here, I choose Gambia as my nationality. So take note of, if you are applying, let's say, a Ghanaian citizen or a Nigerian citizen, for instance, the sub-Saharan area like Zimbabwe and Malawi and all those stuff, you have to choose your nationality, and it depends on the eligibility or the way of selection. It depends on your nationality, so take note of that. What applies to a Gambian nationality, it literally doesn't apply to a citizen of Ghana, for instance, so be careful of that. Yeah, applicants or application have only to be sent to the respective course directly. Please refer to a respective website of the application procedure, example online application for the application deadline and the documents to be submitted. Applications sent to the DAAD will not be forwarded to the respective courses university. That is clear. You can apply for up to 3 courses. If applying to more than 1 courses, please list courses in order of priority. For example, if you're studying computer science, you can choose computer science as a first list, and you can say, let's say, network security. If you're applying for programming or on some other courses or whatever, you have to choose them or select them in the order of preference as the way you want it to be, because you have some choices. The reason why they are saying that is, if you're applying for, let's say, Masters in Computer Science, and you take that as your 3rd option, and that one was your 1st option, it means even if you're not eligible for that one, or you're eligible, they consider the 1st one you selected, despite you're eligible for both of them. So be careful of that. That's why they always advise you to apply in a chronological order, in order of preference, not to cause some kind of dissatisfaction or other stuff. So yeah. So it's a C-section choice of host universities in the German, and do not change the priority in the according to the application. I've provided that in my just previously, so I will provide all this list of information. Required documents in the following. As you can see here, there's a checklist here. Also, I will provide this checklist. You see, but let me just explain. Here, when you open this link, it gives you another portion where you have to provide. These are the formal criteria: a set of completed documents and signed version of this form, completed DAAD applications, must match the information in your letter of recommendation or motivation on your CV as well too. A first degree complete with average grades. Candidates holding a master's degree can only be considered in an exceptional circumstances. So it means if you have already a master's, I advise you to apply for postdoctoral program. If you don't have master's, I advise you to apply for master's. So it's vice versa. Candidates' last university degree should have been completed within the past 6 years. If it is more, then you're not eligible. And if you're living in Germany for the past 15 months, that means for the past 15 months during the applications, date of the application, you're not eligible. Letter of motivation. This includes a convincing explanation of your academic. If you follow my videos on my YouTube channel, I always try to emphasize on this. Your letter of motivation really talks about you, and it always gives you a potential to be selected and not to be selected. That is the most crucial part in your application. Take note of that. Your professional and personal reason for applying this program in Germany. So what triggered you or what inspired you to apply for this program, you have to explain in detail. If you are applying for more than one university course, you must provide the same letter of motivation. There is nothing like different. So the same, so take note of that. You must explain your academic and professional reason for applying to a specific program. And you also must explain your order of priority, why you choose this in order of priority. Why is your first choice of your program, or first choice of your program, or what is your second choice or third choice or something like that. Please describe any professional experience relevant to your program. please address how your motivation relates to the goal of the EPOS program. Go over the website and you check this. And every website or every this scholarship committee, they have objectives. So what are the objectives of the EPOS program? Know it and try to relate it to your motivational letter. What impact will it have in you, and what impact or what change you gonna effect in their mission of statement or objectives. And here it says selection criteria of universities' participation in the EPOS program. All university courses have their own selection criteria. For that being the case, I advise you to check each university's website and its requirements prior to applying. This signature confirms that all information provided is accurate. That is an acknowledgement. So there is a portion you have to acknowledge that this and that, this and that. So take note of that. Let's just go back here. We've talked about that, and let's talk about the application for a research study. Please type your answers or mark sure they are easy to read. So let's just check the application here. So as you can see, this is the application for research grant and study programs. So whatever is written in German, it is also written in English. So as you can see, this is the form here. This is the form. Number of children and all those stuffs. Your host institutions. Take note, whatever is written here in German language is written in English, so you don't need to worry yourself. So I will also provide this file in my YouTube description, so you don't need to worry yourself. When you're done here, you can just print this out, sign and scan it again if you cannot provide an electronic signature. So yeah, let's just go back here. Here is a curriculum vitae in reverse chronological order. What they mean by reverse chronological order is, before you have your master's, you should have a bachelor's degree. Before you have a bachelor's degree, you should have a secondary school certificate. Before you have a secondary school certificate, you should have a primary school certificate. But these people, they are saying a reverse chronological order. When we consider in a normal way, you start with one and goes to down. But this is descending order. From bachelor's, you come down. That's what they are saying. I hope you understand what I explained. So from bachelor's, you have to come down to your primary school, then here. That's how they will consider, because they consider that order, and that's what is recommended. And also here, please use this Europass template. If you keep watching my videos, there's a video I prepared for how to prepare a Europass CV, because German is in the midst of Europe, and they also require applicants to use what we call a Europass. So Europass is a website which is owned by the EU government, or EU, that is the EU member countries. So if you're applying for something like a job, schools, so you are required or advised to use what we call a Europass. So in my YouTube channel, I prepared a video about how to apply or how to prepare a Europass, inspired you to apply for the specific program. Important, when applying for more than one program or maximum 3 courses, please also give detailed reason for your choice of priorities in letter of recommendation. So take note of that. So make a draft of a letter of recommendation, motivation. List the courses you prefer the most and explain them in detail, and therefore you build in your recommendation. Sorry, I'm just saying recommendation. You build in your motivation letter. So yeah, list of recommendation from your current employer. The letter must include official letterhead. The institution you're working at should have a letterhead for verification reasons. If you are working with a company A's letterhead should be on top. Company A, names or whatever, logo or whatever, you should be on top. That is your letterhead. Then it comes down to the salutations, body, and the conclusion of the recommendation letter. Certificate of employment from the employer showing at least 2 years of relevant work. If you're employed, you should have an appointment letter. So the appointment letter, that's what they're going to check and correspond it to the current date we are. If it is 2 years exactly or more, you're good to go. So take note of that. Here it says, after the bachelor's degree up to the time of applications, and if possible, a guarantee of re-employment from your current employer upon returning home. So that means, you should have a short leave, to go for studies and come back. The certificate of employment from the current employer should, if possible, include a guarantee of re-employment. That is literally a short leave or a study leave. If you have something like that, you can have a study leave without salary or with salary, whatever case you might fall in is good to go. You may use it to provide and stand a better chance for you to be selected in this scholarship program. Recent proofs of language skills. English, that is the IELTS, IELTS or TOEFL. Note, institutional TOEFL is not accepted. This is an individual TOEFL because they have to test your language proficiency. German, required courses taught in German. They need a German certificate if your program is taught in German. So if you are not a German citizen, especially people from the sub-Saharan area, I advise you to apply for a program that is taught or which are taught in English. So take note of that. Copies of your higher education degree certificate. Please provide a certified translation if it is not in German or English. So take note of, if you are from a country where English is not an official language or it is not an official language in their academics, you should have a translation certificate which is certified and endorsed. So yeah, copy of your full set of transcript of records which provide an explanation of the grading system of that very country or that very institution you graduated from. So applicants from People's Republic of China are asked to submit what we call an APS certificate with their application system. So in China, an APS system like APS is like, it's a certificate that shows or which is accompanied by a degree that explains, the grading system, how the education framework is being structured. So yeah, some courses may require additional documents. Take note of that. This is just a scholarship body. So if you're selected, they will give you the fund. The scholarship and the admission is a different thing. When you are accepted, then the DAAD will give you the funds. So take note of that. Important. The complete application have to be submitted in English or in German to be considered. If it is something other than this, it is not going to be considered. Incomplete applications are not considered. That is typical. So we all understand incomplete applications because at the end of the day, you're just going to waste their time. So yeah, when applying for more than one postgraduate course, you have to submit one motivation letter explaining why you are applying for this specific course and why you chose that priority or that first course, second and third. It was explained prior and it is explained too again. As you can see, there is written in bold for you to recognize and know that this is a serious warning. Application cannot be considered or an already awarded scholarship might be withdrawn. So that's obvious. Please check with the requirements of the according university whether certified copies are required. Depending on chosen study program, please check scholarship brochure of the website of your chosen program. So as you can see here, application and selection procedure. You send your complete application directly to the according post cost. A selection committee suggests potential candidates for DAAD scholarship. The suggested candidate will be contacted by to upload their complete application to the portal. The selection process will be finalized and the suggested candidate will be informed accordingly. Make sure you have a copy of each document of your application ready as this in a PDF form to be uploaded in the DAAD portal in case you suggest for a DAAD scholarship. So take note of that. So there's something which was mentioned here. I think something like this is about the DAAD scholarship brochure. Yes, it's here. So I think is something around here. So just wanted to show you, yeah. so is here. This is the ePost scholarship brochure. So when you click on this thing, you see everything here, what resources and all that stuff. Like I said prior, whatever is written in German language, it is written in English, so you don't need to worry yourself. You send your complete application directly to the according post cost. A selection committee suggests potential candidate for DAAD scholarship. The suggested candidate will be contacted by to upload their complete application to the portal. The selection process will be finalized and the suggested candidate will be informed accordingly. Make sure you have a copy of each document of your application ready, as this in a PDF form to be uploaded in the DAAD portal in case you suggest for a DAAD scholarship. So take note of that. So there's something which was mentioned here. I think something like this is about the DAAD scholarship brochure. Yes, it's here. So I think is something around here. So just wanted to show you, so it's here. This is the ePost scholarship brochure. So when you click on this thing, you see everything here, what resources and all that stuff. Like I said prior, whatever is written in German language, it is written in English, so you don't need to worry yourself of language, language barrier here. Development related postgraduate courses. So yeah, so this is the brochure. I will provide everything in my YouTube description. So this was the video I have for you today. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment and share. Like I always keep saying, when I checked my YouTube and realized that you guys are subscribing to my YouTube channel, it gives me more instinct and motive to prepare more videos, because it's not easy to prepare a video. Sometimes you have to read all this stuff to understand, and therefore prepare a video and share to the people, which may benefit some of you out there. So please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment and share. Thank you, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.